Oh, I'm back on the bridge, it's sunny. I'm processing quick, my green is right. Oh, I'm high above the water. I watch you sail by, I watch you flow under, and I'm down for a while. Yeah, I'm walking the bridge, it's stunning. I'm wandering right, I got the job. Yeah, I'm watching the wind catch the water. I'm ready to go. Oh, I'm tired and I'm home for the night. New growth in October, doubly long stem bound to bloom. But that bud will come right in time for me, pink or brown, and I can justify. Pray for noseless to grass postland while watching come back. with your shoes sewed on and shine. Sure seem good for walking, and the mountain top just right, with a cocktail around the faucet. Yeah, I'll wait till the rivers run dry, and for every blue sky I'll count the times it's been right. Found a rock to turn over, but oh brother, it is about the river I'm older. Where is my crest? I found a clock, it is splendid, it shines bright in half of my heaven. If I need, it gives me direction. If you find you are a flounder, you swim strong. Whenever there's thunder, you go. Consider the life of a clover with 3 leaves, always skipped over, but ought to be grouped and green and grounded. Consider well what makes it glitter. Does the light catch 'cause your breath makes it shiver, or do you dare disrupt my dinner?
What's good, everyone? My name is Kaitlyn.
Hey, what's poppin'? My name is Moses, aka the MomoBear, and we are your host for tonight's launch day celebration of Ground Zero Radio.
Before we kick things off, we at Ground Zero Radio would like to acknowledge that we are on the traditional land of the Coast Salish people, including the Duwamish people, past and present.
We honor with gratitude the land itself and the Duwamish tribe. This acknowledgement does not take the place of authentic relationships with indigenous communities, but serves as a first step in honoring the land we are on.
So as today, it's our official launch here at Ground Zero Radio. Do you guys know what Ground Zero Radio is, Moses?
No, but can you tell me?
I will explain for you then.
Yes, queen.
GZ Radio is located at the Vera Project and focuses on building community relationships and executing career connective learning programs with partner organizations that empower youth to take ownership of their futures.
Yes.
As we focus to serve youth who have an interest in pursuing careers related to multimedia and the entertainment industry, with focuses on radio, broadcasting, podcasting, journalism, audio video production, marketing,
tell me more,
social media, event planning, and civic engagement.
For today's event, we are super excited and have been waiting for months now to debut. But we hope that you guys enjoy everything that we have planned out for y'all, from performances to visual art and also community features.
Yes.
We want to bring you our first visual artist of the day, introducing Matt Wilkinson. We got to meet Matt at the Yazzy Art Collective a few years back and recently visited him in Everett to catch up and see what he's been up to. Check it out.
My name is Matt Wilkinson. Like most people, I've been making art my entire life, but in terms of taking things in a little bit more of a serious aspect, I am since I was 19, so that's about 5 years now. And honestly, what got me into it was I was trying to impress a girl on Twitter, and that worked out. And like, she was an artist too, and kind of created like a good like ecosystem, starting like build confidence and bounce ideas and do all that kind of stuff. And then stuff fell off around with that, but just kind of through that, I was like, all right, painting and doing this is just kind of what my life kind of feels good about. Like, when you're 19, you're still trying to figure out what you are, who you're doing. I didn't really like know that. I had a bunch of ideas, but didn't really know like the outlet for it. And that just kind of like clicked. I was like, okay, this feels like the comfy zone. So I'm gonna take that and run with it. In terms of what style of art I do, I like to leave that up to a viewer's interpretation because I don't really know how to say it into words. So I'd say it's kind of a little bit of a mix between trying to be on a little bit of like a traditional realism side mixed with pop art and whatnot. So like kind of trying to hold on to like old school and then new school at the same time and bring them together in different aspects. So, and I like vibrant colors next to very dark colors. So kind of just where it goes with it. I honestly started selling work really fast, and it was weird because like the first things that I was making, I was selling them just back to back to back to back to back to back to back. Like within like the first 2 years, I was paying my rent, my living rent with art money like every other month or something like that. But then that just kind of fell off at the same time when I started taking things in a different route, because I was doing things that were very just like jellyfish and just kind of nice, cute, cookie things that you could put on your wall really easily. And that just kind of just didn't feel right in terms of like style-wise, so I just took it a little bit more serious, a little bit more dark, a little bit more like introspectual, and people didn't want to buy that as much. But I was like, oh, I'm not really making it for you to buy it, but I'm gonna make it because it feels good. And then right now, like in terms like monetarily, it's not really a profession because it doesn't pay me back that much, but I'm more concerned with trying to like create my own style, create my own technical skills, create what I want to be doing with it before looking into an aspect of this is going to start paying my bills. So just kind of going along with that journey, and gonna think about the money-wise stuff a little bit later on. So I've been in Everett for almost 2 years, and like before that I didn't really think anything of it, or like didn't really have like too much of an art community. I had like a few friends that were involved with it, but then came here, got this space, and then just realized that this place is abundantly filled with young artists as well as like older artists that have like integrated from Seattle and other like East Coast, West Coast, different places, just kind of like came up here that have a lot of knowledge and things to share with you. We have like a few small venues here, but I've done a couple group shows and stuff like that, and then I'm gonna have a solo show, which is with all the stuff that's around. But all that's come through people just asking me if I can be in their show versus going out and finding it. So it's given me a lot of like encouragement and opportunity to grow, and then also the ability to have a lot more people to just collaborate with. So like the person and the model for the project that's just kind of around, you pick up all the little tidbits of it. They're both locally from here. This photo shoot was shot literally next door, and it's kind of like that community just makes it so you can collaborate, you know, have talks about stuff, have different ideas, bounce things off of each other. So it's been pretty incredible being in like a shared space. So this project is been in the works since last November. It's kind of something that's like loosely based off of a Greek mythological story, but I'm kind of taking in a little bit of a twist where it's turning into a coming of age story. The story that's based off of is the story called The Rape of Persephone, which goes and ties with why the Greeks said that there were seasons. So I'm taking pretty much the aspects of that and like the journey of Persephone, like what happened throughout that, and taking it into a coming of age story and like a story about like losing your innocence, coming into terms with things and growing up from it, and like kind of how like it's felt for me to grow up. And that's pretty much going to be turned into a self-published book, where I'm also going to self-published book that's going to be showed at Black Lab Gallery, which is right across the street from my studio. And I'm going to do 5 to 6 separate paintings that correspond to go along with it, and just kind of put it all together and just like have a big thing where I have a bunch of commitment, a whole bunch of like ideas that came into one plot and put it together, which is pretty exciting. So basically, if you want to be an artist, don't think about the money, think about the art. Let that come secondary. And just like anything else, like do it because you want to do it because you love it. And that's really all there is to it. Don't let yourself be beaten down because you don't have the technical skill that you want to have at this time. Use that as an encouragement to get the technical skill that you want to have. Keep the idea and the vision in your head that is who you want to be as an artist and what you want to be able to do, and just keep running for that as fast as you can and don't look back. My Instagram is Matt_Wilkinson_art, and that's pretty much all I got. So
be sure to follow Matt and his socials and show him some love.
Yes, I love love.
Show
him some love.
Now we are going to kick it to Kiki with 129,600 backstage.
Hello, this is Kiki, and you are tuned in to Ground Zero Radio's launch day. We just watched 129,600 set. I'm guessing this was your first set of all of quarantine. Am I wrong? How did it feel?
Good.
Yeah. Yeah? Cool. Yeah. So I'm guessing in the pandemic, you're not able to do like a lot of the music stuff you're used to doing, going to shows, etc. How has COVID impacted your relationship with music, your own, other people's?
It's allowed me to get a little bit too deep into my personal music projects. I'm just working on music by myself, and I've got a tape machine that I play is my band.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been refreshing, actually. Nice
Awesome.
to get a little break.
Yeah, Kaitlyn's band is Ancient Forest. Y'all should check it out. It's awesome. Is that what you're working on?
It is. Yeah,
Nice.
new Ancient Forest record.
Awesome. How about y'all?
It's been refreshing for me as well. I haven't played as much. I did get some of my first recording gear, which is nice, and that's been fun to explore. Yeah, I don't know. We didn't start playing it together again until maybe 2 months ago. Cool thing, you know, you asked us to play 10 minutes after I asked Kirsten to practice for the first time. Good synchro.
Yeah, not only that, but I had spent like a good amount of that afternoon talking to my dad about how much I missed playing with you guys.
No.
And then I got home from that hangout with him and got the message from Jade, like, hey, we got a gig.
And now we're back.
From a bud.
Hey. That's awesome. Well, I'm glad y'all were able to come back together. When you're writing together, what does that usually look like? I believe you were the main songwriter, but I'm wondering how it all comes together.
I'm the songwriter. I come in pretty much with a full framing, and then kind of just let them do. Sometimes I'll have specific ideas for things I want to hear, but I kind of just toss it at them and see what they come back with, and they're both incredible. So they write really cool things that I love. I often will give Kirsten like imagery as well. I play bass, so that's easier for me, but I don't play drums, and I'll just be like, okay, this is more like a creek. Like we're going down the creek and the water's moving, but like it's quiet, or and she just like takes it, and it's great.
Okay, super interesting to hear that, because on your song Pruner, like, not to be gossiping about your band, but I've talked to a few folks about that song, and I feel like it conjures up imagery of clocks, especially with the drum hits that you have. Was that intentional, or like, I'm just curious, is there a story behind the making of that song?
That I wasn't like explicitly thinking of clocks during that, but it did end up sounding like that and was okay with it. It does have the two different tones on the two different rims, so but it wasn't super intentionally meant to be clocks.
Only psychically, intentionally clock, because it is about time, I suppose. So it's cool. What gossip? Who's they're saying that? They say that?
No, I haven't heard it from these friends. No, I think about it every time. Like, to me, it feels like very psychedelic, and I don't want to say Alice in Wonderland-y, but like a little bit, especially because of the clocks. Isn't there something with clocks in Alice in Wonderland?
Oh yeah, he's late.
Yeah.
Always late.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe it's just me bringing it up to different people and they agree. I feel like I've had that conversation with Johnny where I'm like, you hear the clock? Do you hear it? It's a clock. Yeah.
It's a Bach clock.
What's
The Bach clock.
What's the Grim Reaper, right?
The scythe?
Yeah. That song was originally inspired lyrically from this like really long rose that looked like a scythe.
Whoa.
Scythe? So it is kind of like,
Okay.
Gotcha.
Time of the season,
Like,
it's harvest time.
yeah.
It's,
Pray for no zealous pruner, someone that comes too
Yeah.
soon and cuts your flower. Even though roses like love to be pruned, it probably shouldn't have been there like that.
Right.
Because 10-foot rose.
Oh yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
So where does most of your lyrical inspiration come from? Because I feel like you have some really cool imagery, like your song Techie. I love that one. Who's the secretary? What's that about?
The secretary. We didn't play techie, but the secretary is like the person that's listening, even though you don't want them to. They're just always listening. You befriend them, and they like send you notes whenever you're like, oh, that was a great. Could you send me that? Could you like relay that back to me? It's like befriending your hacker, so they can work for you.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of nature and like anti-capitalism themes. That's where a lot of my lyrics come from.
Nice.
So.
And my bad, they didn't play Techie today, but it's a sick song, and you can check it out on their Bandcamp. You guys have some live albums on your Bandcamp. I don't know if you want to plug social media or your where we can listen to 129,600.
Oh.
Do you want to plug that?
I mean, we have a single recording. It was a show that happened at my old house at Werewolf, right? Rest in peace. And it was a really good set, and I think Johnny recorded it.
I think so.
Yeah, Johnny did a really good job and captured one of our better run-throughs.
Yeah.
So that's on Bandcamp.
129.
Fun show.
600.
That was
That
good
was-
energy.
Mm.
Some really fun shit.
Yeah.
What's the web address there?
129-600. I don't think do web addresses accept commas. I don't think there's a comma in there. .bandcamp.com. That's it.
Sweet. And I think we got to wrap it up, but I have one more quick question about the name. I think I remember you saying at a show it's 360 times 360. I'm curious of the story.
I was thinking about spheres. It was like
Nice.
a question about spheres, but it doesn't really have anything to do with spheres, but I was like, is that the area of a sphere, or is that like how many degrees would be in a sphere? But it's like infinite. I don't know.
Nice.
Just a silly musing, and now here we are 3 years later with that name.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. We have lots of awesome bands coming up and some community features. I'm your host, Kiki, one of your hosts, Kiki, and you are watching Ground Zero Radio Launch Day. Stay tuned.
Thanks, Kiki. We love you.
We love you, Kiki.
So freaking much.
Love you, girl. Mwah.
For our next performance, as the front person of Black Ends, they have a deep sense of emotion that guides their lyrics, infused with a touch of humor. We give you Nicole Swims of Black Ends.
Take what you want from me. I fake my
Make it in my head. Made it in my head. Forget even the ones who forget. More than alone, you grow upset. Who you become in the evening while she's bleeding. Get it already. Wonder if I'm safe. I could do it though. Wonder if I'm safe. Forget even the ones you won't forget. More than alone, you grow upset with who you become in the evening while she's bleeding. Oh, she's bleeding. Crying and live in the sea, I live in the sea, I live in the sea. What's the use in crying and live in the sea, I live in the sea, I live in the sea. And I'll never show up, I'll never grow up, I'll never work hard, I'll never be smart, I'll never be you, I'll never be me again. What's the use in crying? I live in the sea, I live in the sea, I live in the sea. What's the use in crying? I live in the sea, I live in the sea, I live in the sea. I pay attention to you. Take advantage of me and I get too confused. Got a question to ask, is it appropriate? Got a question to ask, did you love me enough? And am I, am I, am I, am I, am I, whoa.
Hey. For our first community feature is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to foster confident, community-oriented youth through the power of carpentry and craft. As a part of the Share the Love campaign with Intimon Theater, we got to capture this special piece on SawHorse Revolution.
I'm Lou, and I'm a program coordinator here at SawHorse Revolution. So SawHorse Revolution provides free architecture and construction programs for Seattle high school students. And SawHorse believes in this shoulder-to-shoulder mentality of education where we pair professional architects and designers with students for the design courses and professional builders and carpenters for the building portion. So students are really learning from people in that field. And we do a larger scale design projects for our greater Seattle community. So a build project that we did recently that just wrapped up was we partnered with Esalitas Library, and we just built the new Esalitas Library space that's over on MLK. Really beautiful, really fun project. And that library was designed by students in our architecture program and then later built by students in our construction program. Today you're here and we are working on a resource kiosk that's gonna be located in front of Interagency in Columbia City when it's all done. You know, I feel like during this pandemic we're seeing a lot more resource kiosks popping up, like free pantries and free libraries to provide resources for the community. And so we were like, we want to make one of those and we want to do it in a really sawhorsey way that's like super design forward and also maybe a little bit larger scale. You know, something that like has this like permanence but also like is really design focused. So we're working on our resource kiosk here today. We finished our framing. This is going to be like this beautiful exterior frame. And then we're going to have these interior cabinets coming like kind of in this diagonal shape Yeah, and it's going to be lifted a little bit on some pure blocks, and it's going to look really nice. We're going to add a fun umbrella at the top too, so a little bit of whimsy, a little bit of beauty. I'm really excited about it. And no job that I've ever had before felt this like force of community in the way that SawHorse operates, because SawHorse reaches out to a bunch of different groups and looks, hey, we really appreciate the work that you're doing. How can we build a structure for you? Do you need us to build a structure for you? And then reaches out to architects and builders and carpenters and kind of really ties in all these different facets of people and all these different groups of people through education of students. And it's really, really, I mean, there's just so many different layers of community that's being built here within this organization. I don't think you get to see a lot of places where there's like intergenerational education happening. And it's really beautiful to get to witness. And yeah, through these projects, students really get to know a different Seattle-based organization and get to like know people in this field that they're interested in. Yeah, so it's just making a bunch of different connections kind of in such a large spectrum of community. And yeah, it's really, really amazing to get to be a part of. There's so many different ways to support SawHorse. We're always looking for volunteers who are interested in building. We're always looking for volunteers who have design backgrounds, who are interested in being a part of that. If you go to our website, there's places to make donations to help sponsor different builds. We have a bunch of different really cool builds going on with a bunch of different community partners. You can sponsor PPE and tool equipment. Yeah, and also just like spreading the word about SawHorse. There's just so many different ways if, financially those resources are harder. Just letting people know that, what SawHorse is about and what we do. And yeah, and I guess following us on social media.
SawHorse Revolution.
Yes.
Woo! Please make sure to check them out as well and show them some love.
Let's
I know
do it.
y'all come some love you can share.
I see
Come
you.
on, you know we do. Now, let's kick it backstage with Dish Up with Nicole Swin from Black Ends.
This is Disha here at Ground Zero Radio launch day. Today we have with us Nicole Swims from Black Ends, and she just got off of her lovely performance, performing some really upbeat and amazing songs that you guys should go check out. But thank you so much, Nicole, for coming here today with us. Now that you have performed with us pandemic style, how did it feel in comparison to performing pre-pandemic?
It felt weird just playing to like 5 people. Yeah. But it was pretty great. Like I just miss performing in general. It's just a lot. I miss crowds, but I mean that won't happen for a while, so.
Yeah, and so what was your favorite thing about performing pre-pandemic?
I feel like crowds, like just the energy of the crowds giving that energy to me and then me giving it back. It was a pretty great feeling,
Yeah, I feel like the hype is really important for people performing and just in the crowds in general. But yeah, an interesting question. If animals could talk, which do you think would be the rudest?
The rudest?
Yes.
Okay. Probably kangaroos.
Kangaroos.
Totally.
Interesting.
They're pretty rude.
What about them is
I don't know. They
rude?
just have a lot of like muscle and they're kind of aggressive, So I feel like they'd probably be the rudest.
Interesting. Yeah. So what type of artists do you generally gravitate to, that you listen to, that you look up to, and what's just so great about them?
I really look up to Elliott Smith a lot. I really like his guitar playing and his songwriting a lot. I just think it's really unique. And just his like kind of whispery vocals really draw me in. So I really like Elliott Smith a lot. Yeah.
And what type of music do you generally go to as well?
I don't know. I listen to everything basically. I usually gravitate towards like softer rock or just kind of like dark pop music like Jeff Buckley and Nirvana and REM and all those people. But yeah.
Yeah, and so what kind of inspires your music? Do some of those artists inspire you to make some of the music?
Oh yeah, they definitely inspire me. Books and movies also inspire me too. Food, anything really.
What books and movies would you say?
I've been reading this book called Geek Love, and that's been it's really good. It's by Catherine Dunn. I've been pretty inspired by that one. Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin. It's a really good one. Perfume by Patrick Suskind. That's a good one too. Yeah, just all of those kind of books. I don't know.
Very cool. Very
Yeah.
cool. So would you say that the pandemic has affected your approach to music or any of your inspirations or just like your songwriting process in general?
I feel like it has. I don't feel like I've been as creative as I could be, you know? It's kind of halted that a little bit, just my creativity. But I'm trying to get back on it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And would you say it's been a little hard to kind of get back into that?
Yeah, a
that
little
space?
bit. Yeah, it has been. Yeah.
Mhm.
I also got a new job, so I work constantly, so I don't have a lot of time to write anymore, but hopefully that changes soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. So when you do find the time to write and you're in that headspace, what are some important messages or themes that that feel good to you and that you like to incorporate into your songs?
I don't know. I just like to have, like, if whatever I'm feeling, I just like to put it in my songs. So like just anything. I don't really know. I don't really know. Like I guess I like to incorporate just my sadness and happiness and all of that just into just I don't know how, just one song. Like I don't really know how to explain it, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have like a lot of themes. I just kind of focus on how I'm feeling and just write a song about it, you know?
Definitely. So are there like things in general that that you tend to write mostly about or that you gravitate towards?
Kinda, yeah. I like to write about my sadness a lot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so where can listeners go to tune into you? Just people who want to go look at you, kind of, where should we go to find more about
I'm
you?
on Spotify. We're on Bandcamp, just Black Ends. You can search us on Facebook, on Instagram. It's all just Black Ends. Twitter is Ends Black. Yeah, that's basically it.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, thank you so much for everyone for tuning in. Make sure you go and check out all of Nicole's websites. Go follow her and Black Ends. Yeah, stay tuned for more really amazing performances here at Ground Zero Radio Launch Day. This is Disha. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you, Nicole, again for sharing your gifts and talents with us. Let's give Nicole a round of applause. Woo! Stopping dies now.
Yes.
We are super excited to be releasing a new show later this month called On the Road with Ground Zero Radio with none other than, who do you think?
This man right here.
Right here,
Right
the
here.
MomoBear. Heck yeah. Check out this teaser.
Hey, this is Mariah Belgrad, and you're on the road with GZ Radio.
For a number of people, both young and old, living in a van has become a lifestyle choice that's growing in popularity. An Instagram search of hashtag van life returned over 10.2 million results and continues to grow at a rapid pace. This is why Ground Zero Radio has teamed up with Momentum Vans to bring you a unique experience supporting local musicians and businesses in the Pacific Northwest. Momentum Vans is a lifestyle-enabling company that's passionate about quality craftsmanship and creative design. Each and every one of their vans are handcrafted in-house and built specifically for each customer's needs. And our needs is to hit the road to support the creative economy and maybe grab by along the way. So why don't you join us for On the Road with Ground Zero Radio.
Hey! Yay! I'm so excited to be here.
There we go. Cheers. This is so good.
Every episode of Ground Zero Radio will feature interviews and a live performance in the van with local artists like Mariah Belgrad.
Come on, you should be a team player, not just a player. Otherwise I say goodbye, I'll see you later. Cold-blooded, you shouldn't wonder why I left you with the rearview mirror. Don't act so surprised, it's true. Everything was me and you. Team player, lay on, bum bum, we dum bum bum. Hey.
Again, stay tuned for later this month. On the road with Ground Zero Radio will be releasing its first episode. And now, we're going to take you backstage again for an interview with Nancy and our special guest, Izumi.
Hi, I'm Nancy, and I'm here with Izumi backstage at the Ground Zero Radio launch day. You're going to be performing soon. How does it feel?
Oh, God. It's been a long time since I've performed, honestly, and I'm excited. I'm excited to even have however many people are here for the set. Below 10 people in an audience is still wildly more than I've played for in over a year.
Yeah, it sounds like it must be really relieving to finally just be able to play on a stage.
Definitely. I have really missed it. I get a lot of my energy and inspiration to actually play music from the response I get from an audience or crowd, and usually it's my friends, so it's a really good feedback and response and makes me feel really happy. And also I just like control. I like that feeling of knowing that all eyes are on me and I'm fueling the energy right now.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited.
What sort of things like inspire you to make music? I know you said audience feedback, but is there anything else?
I feel like a lot of my songs are, self-reflection, self-loathing, I dare say. But I think you should have room for that in your life. And I think other people hearing that kind of, the low points that one goes through in their head, it helps you remember you're not alone. And that's probably why I make music, because I also have never felt alone. And so I know that whatever I'm feeling, someone else will relate to.
That's really nice. How's the pandemic affected your approach to music?
I've honestly dove into a more studious end of music and paying attention a lot more to my technical ability, my theory, and honestly analyzing chord structures a lot more. So I've been feeling a lot more of a tinkering with music than I have before. Before it's been like a channeling where I just kind of pull something out from wherever. It's probably subconscious if you're like into Freudian stuff or something. I don't know. But more and more it's like, what is the hike that we're going on here? Are we going through a valley here right now? Are we climbing really hard? Yeah. So that's been more of my approach during this pandemic.
That makes sense, definitely, that you have time to actually like double down on stuff.
Yeah, totally. It feels really good. And also it's kind of frustrating too, where I'm like, oh, I want to be done with this kind of pragmatic approach. And there's nothing happening, so I can't get any more inspiration.
Yeah, music theory confuses me so much.
Yeah, it's been wild. So thanks, Nessa, for the music theory lessons. They're another local musician. So.
All right. What musicians have you been listening to lately, and like, what do you like about them?
I mean, I listened to Emma, Lee Toyoda, who is my biggest music fam. They invited me to play music, and I only knew them because I'd seen them perform at the Vera, actually, at Party Against the Patriarchy. And me and my friend got their CD, listened to it on my dorm room floor, and just geeked out. And I saw Emma in one of my classes at UW, and I was like, that's Emma Lee Toyoda. So it's history from there. So I listen to a lot of Emma's music, and I'm very inspired by how they do things. I also, shout out Mitski, probably. I will fully admit that Mitski's doing something special, so I always listen to her in my hour of need. God. Yeah, who have you been listening to?
Honestly, just kind of the same stuff over and over.
Yeah,
just
fully, people admit this.
Yeah.
Admit it.
Just like, I don't know, Fall Out Boy.
Yes, go for it. Oh my god, emo is back.
Yeah, I actually have an MCR pin right here.
That's incredible.
An
what
artist
does it
that
say?
I follow. Vampires Will Never Hurt You. It's a little bat on
Oh wow, that's
coffin.
so precious.
I know.
Oh my god. I actually listened to this band called Pink Shift. I don't know where they're from.
I think I've heard of them.
They're amazing. Their harmonies are very MCR reminiscent, and they have a song called "I'm Gonna Tell My Therapist on You." It hits so hard. That is the song I've been listening to.
All right, I'll definitely check it out. I'm trying to get into more music right now. What sort of themes and messages do you like putting in your work?
Like, it's okay to feel like shit. I don't know, a lot of my songs are a roundabout way of dealing with anxiety, of being perceived by other people. That's hard. How do you learn how to be when all of our understanding of ourselves comes from other people? That's just a fact. I don't know. So that's a big theme I roll with. Honestly, also addiction is something that's been huge in my past and my family. So that's been a hard one to deal with, honestly, but it's important.
Definitely it is. What does it mean for you to be an inclusive artist? Like, what does that mean to you?
Oh God, I mean, I would call myself an included artist. Like, I just feel like from the generosity of others in my community, I've been like hugged and cradled into making music, which is so special to me.
Yeah.
But I would hope that I can give the same to another person, like hype them up about their music. And usually that involves working with trans and non-binary musicians, largely genderqueer focus in my life, but also just anyone I gel with, I think, will understand the mutual support and flame we can bring together. I don't know.
I think that's one of the best parts of art, because it's so easy to be intimidated by how much like better it feels that everyone is, but then everyone's so nice to you and supportive, and it's just like the most awesome feeling ever.
I can't say it better than that. That is the best.
Also, has the pandemic actually created any opportunities for you, do you think?
I mean, opportunity to study, opportunity to actually put on pause. Like this week, I started playing my set on last week a little bit. And then on Tuesday, I realized I just did not have any more in me to play. It was feeling genuinely unfun. So I just haven't played until yesterday. So yeah.
I definitely get that. Again, I make art too, and it's easy to forget that you have to take breaks and when it's just not fun anymore.
Yeah. And I think a lot of the non-pandemic time is focused on producing something, promoting something, and like that cycle of make and promote. And now I don't really feel that rush. Like, take your time with things, feel proud of them.
Mm-hmm. And lastly, do you have anything you would like to promote or plug?
Oh, geez. Not really. There's so many things going on that's just like, keep your eyes and ears peeled for
all right.
Just take care of each other. My God, take care of each other. Reach out when you need help from people you have. Love, even if you don't know it immediately. That's all I gotta say.
That's really nice. And do you have any social medias that you would like people to follow or check out?
Yeah, you can. Go for it. I'm at Izumi Tunes on Instagram, and I'm on izumi.bandcamp.com. Yeah.
Definitely check them out. They have awesome music. I was listening earlier, and
thank
I
you.
really like the vibe of it all.
I'm so excited to play for y'all.
Definitely, and I'm excited to hear it. I'm glad that I get to hear you perform.
Heck yeah. Thanks so much, Nancy.
Yeah, so we're backstage at the Ground Zero launch day. Just stay tuned and you will be able to see Izumi perform soon.
Thank you, Nancy, and we look forward to seeing you on the stage, Izumi. Now, let's take a moment for vibe check.
Vibe check.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling pumped. What about you, Moses?
I'm feeling pumped.
What about everyone else?
Caffeine. Yes. How's everyone else feeling out there? How are you doing, honey? Honey boo boo.
You better say something.
I hear that. Well, stay tuned for performances from Powerbleeder and Ex-Florist, along with more community features and visual artist spotlights. Now that we got the chance to meet them backstage, we can't wait to experience them on the stage.
Yes.
We give you Izumi, followed by their dear friend, Lee Toyoda.
itching for a fight when I should retreat. And if I back out now, am I showing you mercy? I think it's funny how little you care for others. You're squeezing my paws when I should retract. And of course it sounds ugly when you sing so flat. It's really something how much you think of yourself. Everything you do is just to sell. I guess it's cheap to make. And the only thing that I regret, the only thing that I could be wrong for, is burning my fire for a coward like you. My heart, it doesn't answer, and my love, it's a cancer. It grows and it grows until you take note, and then you wanna cut me out, and then you wanna cut me out. You can't tell me I'm wrong, 'cause I play along. I smile and I frown, I make that laughing sound when I think you think I'm having fun. When I think you think I'm having fun. Don't look so upset, this is just how I get. My brain, it doesn't reason. Where the fuck can I find some simple cohesion? Piece me together and glue me up. It's been so long I can't tell if there's a cup that's half full or empty, 'cause one sip is plenty. I grew up believing it's a flaw in the design. It surely must be the disease of mankind. You'll never guess what I have found. Finally feeling safe and sound. It's love, it's love, it's love. Why do only beauties get to dance in the sun? Why do only lovers get to make the call? He's dancing in the dunes in the lot by the church. He's spouting off again, and you know that he's gonna be eating his own words. What's so unnatural, untouchable, unthinkable in that? Unnatural, untouchable, unthinkable in that. Why do only rosy cheeks get picked before the bell? And why does all that sleet and hail hide their face so well? And why is every word I hear about evenness and grace? What's so unnatural, untouchable, unthinkable in that? Unnatural, untouchable, unfuckable in that. The strangers in your eyes, and all I can hear is something coming fast. Yes, something comes near.
What's so unnatural, untouchable, unthinkable in that? Unnatural, untouchable, unlovable in that? Unnatural, untouchable, unlovable in that? You're saying you're clean, but you're lying right to my face. You're saying 1 foot at a time, but you're digging your grave. And I don't wanna hear you crying on the telephone. I don't wanna hear you ragging on your fish wife. I don't wanna hear you saying it was justified to me. You tried to save me from the truth. Well, I should have guessed. 31 days alone and Christ, you're a wreck. And I don't wanna go back down that rabbit hole. Remember that feeling when we were half this old. Oh, this year. I'm almost ashamed to admit it, but why try to hide it? Whenever I say I love ya, I know it's a lie. It's been from Mexico to New Orleans. I think it's time for you to come clean to me. It's been from Canada and Tokyo. I think I'm just about ready to go home to me. Curtains close to a singular applause. You always make it easy to stand out in a crowd. Looking at your back, now that's a different view. You've always liked to face me head on with the truth. It grows, bad news. It grows, bad news. You're pissed off, I refuse the chance to tell you how it sounds. 'Cause you've got no time left to lose now. Yet why is it I'm always trying to say you've got no time left to prove now? Yet why is it I'm always fighting to stay? No one's ever loved me like you before. Kiss the ground and worship knees on the floor. And no one's ever lied to me as well as you. When I turn around and ask you how it feels to sink so low and watch me reel, pit grows, bad news. Pit grows, bad news. Pit grows, bad news. Feel the blow turned on my heels. How many times do I have to stand alone, clapping like a fool at an empty show? Ask that I only tell you half the truth forever. kiss the ground and worship knees on the floor. And no one's gonna hurt me half as bad as you when I turn around and face myself. I dreamed of a song and forgot it when I woke up, and I hope it wasn't good. I hope it really sucked. I hope it really sucked. I keep dropping out of school, but my mom doesn't want me to give up, and I know this isn't good. I think we're really fucked. I think we're really fucked. I keep making my appointments so I can get my pills to wake up, and I know this'll do me some good. I know, wish me good luck. I hope, wish me good luck. La da 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 da. La da 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 da.
Eliza, quit calling my name. You've got me running through briar and through flame. Eliza, I've had it with your fucking games. You've got me driving 95 all over 3 lanes. We fuss and we fight, it's never quite right. The time that is due, it's always too much for you. Eliza, quit sitting around your ghost. You know that it's the past that haunts me the most. Eliza, I've had it with your sick and twisted devotion. You've got me taking like a magic potion. I waste all my money and time on you, and I know that it's wrong, but what the hell am I to do? Ooh, I'm a fool, ooh, for you, my girl. Eliza, I don't think I can take much more of this. Got me shaking and crying on the floor for this. Eliza, I don't want you to be away from me. But if we keep meeting like this, then we'll never be free. Hey, they say that God's got a plan for you. I don't think there was anything that I was supposed to do. And all I wanted was was for you to crawl into my bed, but now you're under my skin and in my head. Eliza, quit calling my name. I know I'm the only one to blame. This is too slow, this is too fast, I'm sorry. I don't know what I want from you, but laughing and talking and sitting feels so much better beside you. I want you, but I don't know what to do. Still need to grow out of my past, I'm worried I won't remember how to be one of two. But this all depends on if I can finally tell you the truth. I want you, but I don't know what to do. I want you, but I don't know what to do. No, I have no idea what to do. Existing in white spaces makes me forget who I am and where I belong. All white faces try to tell me who I am, try to tell me that I'm all wrong. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. I wanna go home. I wanna be known. I wanna go home. I wanna be known. I don't need your money, honey. I just need to know that I'm worth something. Isn't it so funny, Sonny? I want to die and leave nothing behind. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. I wanna go home. I wanna be known. I wanna go home. I wanna be known. I don't like you used to be. Fight you carelessly. And you've been so cold, wasting away in the chokehold. When will you just let go? Ooh, ooh, ooh. And every day I think of you at midnight. Never was quite healthy anyway. only you. Thank you, Ground Zero.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Hold up.
Wow.
Wait a minute.
That was a passionate performance by Izumi and Lee Toyoda. We want to give a special, super late, belated birthday shout out to
Yes.
Izumi. You ready?
Yes.
Give me an H. Give me an A.
Yo.
Give me a P, P, Y. Happy birthday, Izumi. Yo.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Izumi. Now, let's take it backstage for an interview with Disha and Lee Toyoda.
That was just Lee Toyoda performing here at Ground Zero Radio for our launch day. Thank you so much, Emma, for coming. Now that you have performed in this pandemic headspace, how does it feel? Just versus like pre-pandemic.
I guess pre-pandemic I still melted off the stage sometimes, but I definitely melted off the stage after cameras stopped rolling. Just have not flexed that music muscle in a while. So very much just feeling drained. So much to think about while you're on stage now too, just around like, why is my mask off right now? There's people in this room, like this feels wrong. But you know, trying to push through that was cool. Good challenge. Good challenge.
Yeah, definitely. So kind of what inspires your music making process, your songwriting in general?
Just having so many feelings and emotions. My chart is like all Pisces up in there, so there's a lot going on that I can't really like verbalize very well much of the time, and so music has always kind of been that one mode of like, okay, well, I can write a song about these feelings and like this experience, even if I can't like adequately tell someone face to face about it. So yeah, just communicating, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And in the past, how has your songwriting kind of helped you out with these things?
I guess had a lot of breakup songs, a lot of processed a lot of heartbreak through music. But from there, I feel like it was much more like self-discovery and then turning more inwards and like, well, like what, like I just like family stuff with like, you know, coming out to family and like just anything that falls under the umbrella of my experience as like a trans non-binary person, especially an Asian American person, Japanese Korean American person, with like immigrant family members, and I think it all kind of is informed by that, and yeah, it all kind of mixes together. It's impossible to keep them all separated.
And would you say the pandemic has changed your approach to songwriting and music making, like changed your outlook on any of your previous inspirations?
I guess it's just kind of annihilated my songwriting. Like I haven't written a song since the pandemic started because it's just like I spend most of my time working in my family's restaurant, Toyota Sushi, out in Lake City, and that takes up most of my energy, just like having to be at work and then go home and heal from work and like process work, and then I'm like, okay, now I have to go back to work. Like there's not really a space lately for okay, I'm gonna sit down and just like work on some songwriting. It's like, no, I need to go and like now do this mutual aid drop and like, you know, it's just there's too many things going on that it feels like there's less time to prioritize music, even though music is important and like will always be important to me. I think it's more important to just be like a community member right now and be very active in that role and be an active family member and be there for my family. Yeah, so haven't really felt like a musician in a while, but today has been nice being like, oh, I guess I do play music. Wow.
What artists are you currently listening to that you're interested in and just like you look up to?
Well, Izumi is definitely an artist that I always look up to. And just their music, their songwriting, their chord progressions blow my mind. Their melodies blow my mind. It's really been a pleasure to be able to watch them grow as an artist and as a person. Being able to become better friends with. It's really cool when you get to be friends with like a musician that you also love their music. So that's rad. They also showed me a rapper named Doechii, Doechii. 2 eyes? Yeah, 2 eyes. Their full name is like I Am Doechii, all one word, but they're really sick. And just rap about being a Black girl, and they're just really clever. They have some really clever lines. They make you laugh, they make you giggle, but then they also like take you through so many different passageways through their songs, from like banging to like introspection, like kind of like R&B, and then back to like yeah. So I'm into that.
Definitely, yeah. I think that like variance in like music is very important too. Yeah,
absolutely. And
yeah.
Within rap, it's like whoa, cool. You can really hit all the spots.
Yeah. And so, how do you kind of channel like that sort of like part of music into your own like songwriting and image?
I guess beats are really important, like what is the rhythm, and like not just like before when I first started playing music, it was always the same kind of like I'm gonna strum these chords and this exact chord progression and yeah, it's gonna be great. But now it's like, no wait, actually let's switch it up. Let's like try out something different. Let's, what if I did this instead? And I think Prince is also a really big inspiration of mine, so just the complexities that all of his music holds, from ballads to funky jams to all of it. It's like, that's what I want to do. I don't want to stick to just like one thing. It's like, I just want to have, 50 albums and keep more in my vault and, yeah.
And so what are some important messages to you, and important messages and themes that you like to put into your songwriting?
I guess just wanting to be a force for empowerment for trans and non-binary people, for trans and non-binary Asian people. Just knowing that I didn't have that growing up. I feel like it's important to see yourself in the people that you look up to, or the people that you just see around on stage or out and about. It's my family. That's my family from coast to coast, like on tours especially. It's like, I can come face to face with all of these trans people in these small towns and these small colleges, and we're all united by this understanding, and just the safety of knowing that I see you, and I'm here for you, and I'm gonna ride for you, I'm gonna protect you, like, yeah, I got you. I think that's always been really important to me. Yeah, there's too many all white bills, there's too many like all white organizations. It's like it's everywhere, so it's like we got to disrupt that, and making a conscious effort to disrupt that takes a lot of work, but takes a lot of intentional work.
Yeah. And so how would you what does it mean to you to be an inclusive artist?
It's me. No, it's just like it means centering Black and Indigenous voices. It means recognizing my role and my privileges as a Japanese Korean American person, and thinking about the roles East Asian people have played within the erasure of Southeast Asian people and South Asian Pacific Islander people. I think there needs to be a lot more conversations, and I think my mentality around inclusivity is just looking around, okay, what do they need? What do they need? It's just like making sure everyone has access to the table, because it's not enough to just give someone a spot. It's like, how are they going to get there? are you going to help them get there? And that kind of thing. Yeah.
For sure. And how would you like to be defined as an artist in your genre?
I'm just a sad punk, you know? I'm a sad punk, but I'm still punk, and I still, you know, I got an edge to me no matter how soft and how emotional I can be. But yeah, I don't know. I'm here for my family. I'm here. I lost that train of thought, but you know what? I don't know. It's been a long day.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, and so where can people go to find you and your music on social medias, websites?
Yeah, I'm most active on Instagram these days, even though I'm not even that active on Instagram anymore. But all the streaming services, you can find me. I do exist on most social media sites, even if I don't update them very often. But, you know, one day we'll get back to when, you know, shows are happening a lot more, hopefully. Fingers crossed. But, yeah. Or Toyota Sushi, you know? That's honestly where I see most people is just through the window. Like, oh, thanks for coming to get some food. Here's some extra edamame. Nice to see you. Bye. Is like 90% of my social interactions. So, you know, that's how you get a hold of me.
That's great. That's great. Yeah. Thank you so much for performing here at Ground Zero Radio, for talking here with me. Yeah, and you guys stay tuned for all of the really amazing artists coming up. This is Disha here at Ground Zero Radio Launch Day. Yeah.
Our next youth visual artist is passionate about spreading cultural awareness through her art. Here is Yazzy.
Hi, I'm Yazzy. I'm 15 years old. Yeah, so Yazzy is not my real name, but when I started doing art, I wanted to separate my personal life from my artist's career. So my middle name is Yasmin, and I was thinking of names, and that just flowed and it stuck. My mom actually came up with it. So Yazzy comes from my middle name, Yasmin. I mostly do paintings or paper collages. And what got me into it was working down at CHOP in Capitol Hill. And just seeing people's reaction to my art, it really inspired me to do more. So that's how I started. I think my community has had an impact because they've given me more opportunities to do like bigger projects like murals. Definitely the Wamish Valley Youth Corps gave me that first opportunity, so they really helped me out. I'm working on a project, it's called Nuestra Vision, and in other words, it's called Our Vision. So me and my mentor, Dovey, we're working on a painting about a Latina woman in the city, and she's like really successful and she's grown a lot. So that's our main focus right now. The biggest and longest art piece was probably working with Urban Artworks on a mural in North Seattle, and that probably took 3 months or 2 months to collect ideas because it was a group project and put everybody's ideas together and then actually go out and paint the mural. So that was the longest process. Like actually thinking about the ideas and putting them together and drafting it was all virtual at home, and then painting it was maybe a month that it took. Yeah. Mentorship has been really good. My mentor, Dovey, she's helped me a lot. Although she's not here right now, but when she was, I could just ask her any questions that I had while we were painting about life or about upcoming projects that I had that I wasn't sure of. So she really helped me figure those things out. Me and my mentor, Dovey, when we were thinking about this project, we started off thinking about vision boards and collages because I've been really into collages lately. So from that, we came up with like a boss woman, a Latina woman, sort of like a vision board. So that's where that draft came from. And the flowers are roses, and they stem from Latina roots because me and Dobie both come from Latina roots. And we wanted the suit to be like really vibrant because we noticed from our travels to Central America, a lot of the buildings and architecture are very vibrant. So we wanted to add those vibrant colors in there. And then the city just shows like the opportunities that she has and where she comes from. Amanda, the director of Urban Artworks, she offered me this opportunity. And I was just like, yeah, let's do it. You can find my art on Instagram at Yazzy_artwork, YAZZY.
Yazzy is not only incredibly talented, but super sweet to talk to. I love her so much. She's okay. Please support youth artists. On the note of youth artists, we are excited to announce a special partnership with Penguin Productions. We will be working with their youth playwrights to bring intriguing, and I mean it, intriguing audio dramas to Jeezy Radio. We got the opportunity to work with youth playwright Sadie Gingold to create a short film based on the first 5 minutes of her mesmerizing, I'm not kidding,
mesmerizing,
I'm not
she
joking,
said it, it's real,
mesmerizing play Dearest Partner of the Greatness. Take a look.
They'll catch him in the end, I think. What was I supposed to do? I would have done anything to make him happy. I liked all that acting stuff when I was little. I thought I should be an actor. Because I was such a good liar, I guess. I lied about my grades. I lied about going to school. I lied about how old my friends were to my parents, and I lied about how old I was to my friends. It's not like I did it because my family abused me or I was assaulted or something. I was just lonely and bored. Nobody really knew me. My parents didn't like me very much, which I know you're not supposed to say, and my friends thought I was weird. So I just started lying. Lying is easy, because when you get good enough at lying, you start telling the truth, or a version of it. All I did was tell myself something was true, and suddenly it was. I stopped going to school when I was 14. I won't tell you why yet. But instead, I used the time to practice. I'd walk into stores and let the clerk feel my tits in exchange for things I wanted. Lip gloss, magazines, shoes, girl things. Some lies aren't just false statements. Sometimes you let yourself become a lie. Oh my gosh, I could never. Really, I can't. I've never let anybody touch me before. You're somebody I really trust, though. I feel like I can tell you anything. I feel so lonely sometimes. Like no one understands me but you. That's why I love you. Well, I hope it isn't sappy to say. I mean, weird. But maybe if you gave me, a Teen Vogue or something, you could touch me. Really? Cool, I could do that for you, but you'll have to show me how to do it. You give me those earrings? Gosh, that'd be amazing. Go ahead. Some men liked when I got emotional. I'm so scared all the time. Like someone's gonna hurt me or rape me or stick me in a van and do both. Most men aren't like you. You're the man I trust. I wish you could protect me. You're so strong. You can keep me safe. If a man came in the door right now and tried to kidnap me, what would you do? Would you beat him up for me? Would you kill for me? You're so strong. You're so tough. You treat me so well. You want me to have those shoes? They're so expensive, are you sure? Most men don't love me enough to give me something like that. Men are the easiest thing to lie to. They're all the same, and you can inflate their ego with the flip of a switch. Tell them they're strong, list the things they're good at, tell them you love them, and they melt like putty in your hands. Call me manipulative if you want, but that's the fucking system. You could be pretty and naive and get every guy around you on his knees, but you'd waste it. There's nothing society loves more than a clueless woman, because she won't fucking challenge them. She'll just sit there and look pretty on your arm and won't ask for anything. Use it. You can play any kind of woman you want so long as you don't let them know it's a lie. If you think for a second I would have gotten away with half of the things I did being smart and loud, you're an idiot. They'll never admit it, but men love the women who bow, not the ones who pay for dinner and open the fucking doors. And I knew that, and I used it against them. I loved men. I loved the way they looked at my body and my legs. I loved the things they gave me. I loved how simple they were, like hungry puppies. They salivate everywhere and give me whatever I want. That's the fun part of lying. Just make yourself the kind of woman they want under them. Make the tension. Make them want you so bad they'll rip out their hair and tear out their hearts just to see you naked. And maybe I'm a bad person. I moved to the city. I figured I'd try my hand at acting. Plus, nobody knew who I was, so I wouldn't have to worry about my previous reputation. I didn't have an agent, I wasn't skinny, and I didn't have any money. But I was good. And I figured that had to count for something. Cador Theater was putting on a production of Good Woman. It was this stupid comedy about a man named Thane. Yep, Thane. He falls in love with every woman he meets, but he's been cursed to never have a woman love him back. And then he meets this girl named Mary, and she loves him because she has the same curse, so they fall in love. I wouldn't have even auditioned for such an awful play, but Cador Theater is owned by Kay Duncan. Everyone in the theater world just calls him the king, because once you're cast by him, you're pretty much set. He's got a company, Scott Productions. Cador was just one of their theaters. They were all over the city, all over America. Some of his theaters even toured outside of the U.S. It was an open call, so I decided to audition. Don't mess up, don't mess up, don't mess up. That's when I met Max.
We can't wait to film the full-length feature of Sadie's play this winter, and stay tuned to listen to the first 15 minutes as a part of our audio drama series releasing this month.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, recently, one of our video production team member, you know who you are,
yes,
Jamling Sherpa, yes, get it, sir, yes, sir. Directed his first music video and film project with Ground Zero Radio and local hip hop.
Some more snaps.
Come on, let's get more snaps.
Yes.
Artist Les. Check out the world premiere of For My Dogs and My Way.
I feel bad inside, knowing this is all built on lies. We both know that this is going
I know.
It's only time and touch we spend.
Stunner made it, only gotta be. Let's go. I know that I gotta do it my way. If you ain't supporting me, you can hit the highway. I do what I can and I do what I should. Reach for my chain, bitch, I wish a nigga would. I know that I gotta do better. It's a cold world, sisters gon' need some new sweaters. Running through the dark path, cause I know what's after that. Got a dark past and I can't go back to that. See, ain't nobody stopping me. Already been at the bottom, bitch. I came straight out of poverty. Taking all my chances like the lottery, but I'm betting on myself, so it's more that I'm profiting. I know these niggas hating and I know they wanna copy me. I noticed that some of my own friends won't acknowledge me, but I know it's cause they know that they the first people who doubted me. But I know deep down inside they really proud of me, yeah. But I ain't taking no apology and no promises, so please do not promise me that you gon' be there when I call for you and you gon' ride for me. My brother told me he gon' ride for me, that nigga lied to me, yeah. I'm skipping all my classes, like fuck all of my teachers. Niggas like talking out they ass and never practice what they preaching. I said I lead the trenches, some niggas ain't believe it. Same niggas see me eating and they asking me for pieces now. I know that I gotta do it my way. If you ain't supporting me, you can hit the highway. I do what I can and I do what I should. Reach for my chain, bitch, I wish a nigga would. I know that I gotta do better. It's a cold world, sisters gon' need some new sweaters. Running through the dark path, cause I know what's after that. Got a dark past and I can't go back to that.
Marathon is just about seeing long term, seeing a vision, understanding that nothing really worthwhile happens overnight, and just sticking to your script long enough to make something real happen. Laying a brick every day instead of trying to build a brick wall. Just lay a brick every day. Eventually you look up, you're gonna have a brick wall.
There's a knowing in being an artist. There's a knowing. You can't guess, you can't think. There's a knowing. You have to know that even if it doesn't work today, tomorrow, you have to have this knowing that this is the right thing and this is what I'm doing and this is what's feeding me. So that would be the best advice that I can give you. That knowing, just believe in what you're doing. And if you don't believe in it, then you're not doing it. You haven't figured out the thing that you do best yet. When you feel it and when you know, no one can tell you. You only have to be right once.
Yeah, I mean, I believe in you work with what you got, man. I was never a robber. I was always a hustler. Mm-hmm. And why I say that is that you can watch what other people doing, and this nigga on this level of the game, and it'll start poisoning your process, and you want to skip steps.
Yeah.
And I always believe that I seen niggas jump the gun and step outside of their comfort zone or what they known for doing and go get smacked and go get 100 years. So I relate that to music where, you know, when I didn't have a deal, you know, we did mixtapes.
Yeah.
That's what we could do. You know what I'm saying? We could buy some equipment, pay a producer to use the beat, and put it out. Instead of saying, oh, I can't do nothing, let me go just rush to somebody for some help. Work within the realm of what you got access to, and that was mixtapes.
Yeah.
And when I didn't have the internet or no fan base that cared, we was out the trunk with it. You know?
Facts.
And so I just believe in being, you know, embracing what you got around you, you know? And as your resources grow, level up, but it's never no excuse to not work. So that's how I embrace the mixtape game. Like, this is the level we at. And I know niggas dropping albums, but we ain't at that level. And we ain't gonna, you know, budge and go give up what we feel is important.
That's what I had
to that level.
You gotta do anything you do with love, or you shouldn't do it, or it's gonna. Whether whoever you surround yourself with, you around 10 broke niggas, you gonna be the 11th one. You around people that have high standards for themselves, got high integrity, got high standards for their friends, for their people. You know, that's gonna rub off, and you gonna have that type of energy around you. So if you with somebody and they somebody that's high energy or a powerful person, you know, that's motivation for you to stay on top of your game. Because, you know, somebody probably gonna call you out, or it's gonna be lopsided.
I knew that I was not gonna be stopped. You know, so at the age of 18, this was my life, right? So you can't possibly become better than me because you're not spending the time on it that I do. Even if you want to spend the time on it, you can't, because you have other things. You have other responsibilities that are taking you away from it. So I already won.
You don't know shit. Keep it solid, shorty. Can you be my savage shit? Be my bitch. Suck me dick. I'm a freak, little baby. Act like this. I'm freaking on your weeds. I just snatch your shit. It's that selfish.
Perfect.
Gotta keep my head up high for my nigga. Yeah. Is this a Rover beat? Yeah. I just wanna ball for all my dogs that can't ball no more. Niggas that I used to kick it with, but now I can't even call. At least bro ain't in the hood, ducking away from the law no more. Somebody go help that mother, cause she just lost her boy. Too soon, way too soon. That's why I thank God every time that I wake up in the morning and I see my room. Gotta keep my head up high for my nigga, cause I was always down to ride for my nigga. I gotta stay alive, I gotta shine for my nigga. This is do or die, and all I do is ride for my niggas. I know you ain't around, but you're looking down on me, and I ain't playing around. I hope I'm making you proud of me. What happened to all the friendships? What happened to all the feelings? Cause it seems like this beef got niggas acting like bitches. I was everywhere with my niggas, never mattered where we lived, but now all of my niggas is killing my niggas, damn. And I can't believe that I really thought that you was my man. You gon' get popped if you keep on calling me fam. Cause nigga, you switched on me. Yeah, you did it, yeah, you did it. Nigga, you switched on me. Man, you so different, you so different. I was in my feelings when I heard big homie died. You never find somebody so as gentle or as kind. Was one of mine when I heard that they got him from behind. It made me cry. If I find that nigga that did it, he gon' die. See, I don't wanna be the one to make you cry, but you better watch after yours if yours is coming after mine. Why that nigga gon' take my brother? We'll never know the pain of the mother, and that's why I just wanna ball for all my dogs that can't ball no more. Niggas that I used to kick it with, but now I can't even call. At least bro ain't in the hood, ducking away from the law no more. Somebody go help that mother.
Thank you to Les for this opportunity. Go run up the views.
Run them up.
Run them up.
Run them up.
Run them up. On Ground Zero Radio's YouTube or at Les' YouTube channel, Kaitlyn. Our next performer incorporates catchy hip-hop hooks with dark themes and lyrics that will stimulate your mind. Give it up for
Ex-Florist, aka Guayaba.
Yeah. Check. Ex-Florist, aka Guayaba. Coming to you live from the Vera Project. Turn it up. Silver. On my slender fingers, stir that shit up, polish it and make it shine. Pour it up, libations linger. Drippy, drink it up, don't spill, keep it clandestine. Plata, partying up, bitch. Have you seen the bubbling in aluminum baking soda alcohol? Post it up on Instagram, you can't afford it, but I know that you want it also. Rap game, was he Willis, the illest in the building, like ceiling, you know that I do that shit, bruh. Here I go, I'm the baddest and the biggest. I dare you to say some shit to me, is you mad or not? Metaphysically meta, in a medical anomaly in therapy, I'm gonna get better. I'm that big daddy with that pill caddy, say what you got up, but I might just gotta go get the Beretta. Smoking on that chronic, that ass, say hyperlonic, suspended, it's squalling at the pharmacy, we feeling so erotic. Might just get me some Fenty, I'm gonna steal from Sephora, Rihanna got enough money, I'm looking so exotic, huh? I'm the baby, you know that, I put some bop in it. Going back to Cali, you know there's a stopping it. Miss Cleo, the CEO, still Suge Knight, a horseback and bitches on say so. War, famine, pestilence, and death, that's for. I ride up hill, horse coming back for more. We ride up, toke smoke, you know that we stay high. Baddest bitch up here, since the oracle of Delphi. Identify maiden, young mother, no crone. Give me that Integra hybrid and leave me alone. Unless you trying to give me some toppy Tacoma Dome in erogenous autonomous zones, then go home, cause I break your heart, Shawn Michaels running to the night. To try to catch me, I'm 28 Savage, just a knife. I got a crew, it's fuck blue when it take a life. To fuck a pig, you get stuck, Slaughter County. Drip, right banana clip, potassium from all of the coconut water that I sip. On Foco, let's get roasted, let's get loco. Pretty necklace on me, fuck your chokehold. Little bit of vitamin K at the end of the day, and a little bit of vitamin C over the counter for me. Big line, and you know that I'm chillin'. Well, yeah, but the protagonist, Ex-Florist, the villain. Knock knock, bitch. Oh, who's there? It's yeah. No, I'm just kidding. It's Ex-Florist. So nobody gonna jump you come outside. Nobody gonna jump you come outside. Not gonna hit him, I just wanna talk to him. Not gonna hit him, I just wanna talk to him. Not gonna hit him, I just wanna talk to him. Not gonna hit him, I just wanna. Nobody gonna jump you come outside. Nobody gonna jump you come outside. Not gonna hit him, I just wanna talk to him. Not gonna hit him, I just wanna talk to him. Not gonna hit him, I just wanna talk to him. Not gonna hit him, I just wanna. I sometimes can't identify who really rides for Kwai, and you can't even look me in the eye. So I switch things up a bit. Middle fingers in the air anytime I see a tech, bro. And look at me wrong the button down, and you can't get this tech, bro. I'm just kidding, I can't own a gun, but the thought gets me wet, though. So eat the rich, cut the bitch, gonna stab you in the neck, don't look at me crazy. You don't want that smoke on Guayaba or Guayaba's baby. Should've blown up, I'm lazy. I got all this power, but you can't contain me. Trapped in the demon city, but this shit is no Shinjuku. Up upon the hilltop with the scope, Megalopolis, stay doomed, don't touch me. That's our purse, I don't know you like Bobby Hill. You're out here trying to sell some gas, but your business bad, you ain't got the skill. How you gonna let a bitch who can't run a mile run up on you for the kill? Y'all passive aggressive as fuck, and you probably say that is chill. Manic pixie nightmare with a long weave and the jewels. I know I'm fabulous, so I stay stunting on these fools. With a North Face Patagonia in a May well every season. And I'll have to forgive you if I don't have respect for my region. So, you know, that's how y'all are, but it's fine. It's cool, bitch. Oh no, I lost my phone. That's actually not a lie, I lost my phone. If you see a black phone somewhere in the street in Seattle, it's probably mine. But you know, I got that correct screen, good pussy hoe. And I gotta upgrade, call me Tetsuo, cause I'm sleek as shit like a soda. I'ma be like, damn, that Android is fire, bro. You want some money, do you like my body? That's thin spot, baby, I don't like nobody. No Versace Hadi. Catch me coming up the spiral staircase like I'm Uzumaki. I slither up into your senses, I'm a centipede, wanna crawl up beside you. I'm up in the bathtub, I'm sipping that bub, just wondering what is up inside you. You salty, you want me to curl up inside you. Can't handle a layer of slime, but sticky and sweet like a Percy peeled mango since Eon fucked was in their prime. If you wanna go to hell with me, gotta change your number if you want. Don't touch that dial now.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I picked a luck on the antique silver jewelry casket, cause I am the one with the provenance, and you do not need to ask it. So, nose to the grindstone, work bitch, shake that ass like a old lick quick. Straight to the dungeon, sit with your ass, straight to the dungeon, sin. I'm back, metal is stuck in the back of the truck of my homies, we rolling up raw shit. Vanity, spectre, the witcher, the northern troll, till I fall shit, off the wall shit, avant-garde shit, candelabra and 100 bar shit. Give me that good flying ointment, cause I've been leaning off the witch limp, halt. Change to the grip, and you know it's because of my drip. Made that effervescent good serum, I'm the wizard in the back of the whip. Execution that you can't execute, sharpest blade looking extra cute. I thought the dragon at the neck, and I pulled that mandrake at the root, because I've got horror depictions of medieval fantasy drama. Lit that vampire candle, I cast this shadow just for some drama. Fuck up some commas, the curse of the block master might just fuck up your night. Better close up that curtain wall, cause there's no solace in sunlight. Black dogs, black purse, black wrist, black hearse. Bye bitch, bye bitch, bye bitch, bye bitch. You wanna know if I'm foreign, right? But you should still be in mourning, right? Hi bitch been crying into the night. Like bitches don't trip if you pour it, right? Black candle, black body, black pussy, black devil, black skull and black goat, right? I got the ingredients for disobedience, held to your throat like. Little why you don't fuck with white? Cause I'm big and they wear my clothes too fucking tight, right? And you wanna start some beef over Twitter, but see me in person it's night light. You want me cultura, but you've taken it easy sepultura. You want all the fun, but you wanna take the part you don't like and know what it's dura. Little white girl in the back, think is she bad and she wanna be black, but it's whack. Might have some kids that look like me someday, but you'll never be one of us facts. That shit is like nails in the coffin.
Can I please speak to the manager?
That ass, often what we create doesn't get turned to the profit until it is bleached up and softened or bloated and rotten. And dragged from the streets, still riddled with bullet holes. You've been craving dark meat. You tearing too much without much hesitation. And I know it tastes sweet, and I know the mouth that feeds. One day you'll repent for your evil deeds. But no matter how many times you try to bury us, we'll come back cause we are seeds. Black dogs, black purse, black wrist, black hearse. Bye bitch, bye bitch, bye bitch, bye bitch. You wanna know if I'm foreign, right? But you should still be in the morning, right? Bye bitch been crying into the night. Libations don't drip if you pour it, right? Right? I don't know. Libations don't drip if you pour it, right?
Wow.
My bruh.
Wow.
Bruh.
Wow.
My bruh.
Wow. That just happened. Now, before we leave you with the final performance of the night, we want to give a special shout out to Kiki. Kiki,
I love you.
Are you sitting on the couch? Maybe you're in the bathroom, but do you know we love you?
Hello. Are you
Take
familiar?
my heart already. For creating all of the live performances for today's event. We also want to thank all of the performers, visual artists, community partners, and small businesses for being a part of our launch day. We can't wrap up without shouting out to all of the
Amazing, astonishing,
you're so perfect,
extraordinary,
pretty,
just
magnificent, serving. Thrilled to be working with each and every one of you, and can't wait to continue growing our vision together. Now, final shout out to, you know who we talking about?
Oh yes,
the Vera Project, for officially giving us a home and making us a part of your family.
Thank you.
We are forever grateful to be powered by the Vera Project. Oh, and don't forget, I didn't forget about you. And thank you for tuning in onto Ground Zero Radio's launch day.
Thank you.
Now, to close the night out with a prismatic carnival of dance beats and psychedelic detours that feels boundaryless, you can catch a full interview with the band on an upcoming episode of Rockin' with Nancy. Give it up for Powerbleeder.
Welcome back to the show. We're going back before you lost it. Now here's a countdown from the speaker in the cockpit. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Welcome back. No time between the bomb and when you threw it. You gave a dog too many moves and just confused it. And now you're moving. You never know when it all will go. You never know if you'll find true love. All that I know is when my 10th toe meets the You did something right. Now the ocean's at high tide. When you're a famous occultist, I'm your keeper of White House. Yesterday, I saw you at the park with friends. Your summer dress has little dogs. You got it all, and I have to say, Mary, I wanna meet you at the cafe. Just like a serious businesswoman at the airport, I really wanna meet you there. And Maggie, you could meet us by the lake. But
hollyhock. I'm running the circuit to find a spot. I even fooled around with the curious strangers from out of town. Watching movies won't get me far. I'm calling my brother who talks a lot. Always a fire truck or an ambulance screaming past the house. Guess that's home in the end. The last time, doing what my energy told me. Everything about you don't feel right. Conversations end with a cold hug and a bus ride. I'm not alright. Every night I'm feeling so lonely. Every time I wish you could hold me. You're staring at my face in the bathroom, and I can't cry 'cause I said goodbye. I'm never getting used to that feeling. Just like a little hole in the ceiling. I'm staring at my face in the bathroom, and I can't cry. Andrea's cleaning her tools for the show, but the audience wants